What is going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And, I was thinking about something before we went live today that, sometimes we see people come into our community and we obviously don't hide the fact that we have more advanced courses, similarly to how a college wouldn't be secret about the fact that you could stay there going to college for as long as you want if you want to go get a associate's degree or a bachelor's degree or a master's degree or a doctorate, right? But I also see so many people say, "Oh, I went through the 15-day challenge, and if I say don't get the blueprints or something, do I not get any more support?" And the blueprints, if you don't know, are sort of flagship kind of it's a beast of a program that gets you more advanced, close support, ongoing mentorship, guidance, coaching. It's sort of a course and a coaching program all in one. And it's interesting because these wake up legendary lives that we do every morning that are made possible because of our phenomenal students and clients who are willing to share their success and their strategies are more valuable than what every single other company that I've ever seen online teaching online marketing strategies charges for. They're more valuable than what anything else that I've seen out there charges for. So just because this information is free to you every single morning, please don't think that it's not life-changing and powerful. I mean, it's amazing. We have between 150 and 200 people on these every single morning. But if people really understood how valuable these conversations were, we would have 10 or 20,000. I think that people just, when they don't pay attention. And that's one of the reasons why I always struggle with not selling information, right? It's like, if they don't pay attention. So why do I say that? I just say that because I would invite you guys to just spread the word in the community. If you attend these and you get value every day, then go into the Facebook group and share that value. Share what you learned from the Wake Up Show. Make that a daily kind of commitment that you make. I've never asked for this. We've got almost 500 reviews on our Facebook page here, but go up and leave us a review. Write a positive blog article about us. Write a positive shoot a positive YouTube video about us. Let people know who are coming into our community how much value there is everywhere. Yes, it's in our blueprints. Yes, it's in our challenge. And it's also every single day right here on the Wake Up Legendary Show. And these episodes all go up on podcast and they go on YouTube, so you can watch them however you want. We're literally making this impossible for it to be hard for you to get this value. So every morning, if you're attending these, drop a line in the Facebook group. Let others know, like, what's here. There's gold. And people like Michael, who I just called the country gangster. Okay. As you can see, the description for today's show is hunting for freedom. Now you're going to see a gentleman come on, young guy, 22, camoed out. I like this guy a lot. Camoed out. That's why I call him the country gangster. This guy is going to talk about how he made something from nothing with a creative approach, marketing about goats to get started, and then built his business and is now, well, I think he sees a future, maybe even a career in affiliate and online marketing. So with that being said, let me welcome the young country gangster to the show. Michael, what's going on, my friend?
What's up, Dave? Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, it's my pleasure, my brother. Hopefully you don't mind me jerking your chain a little bit. It looks like it's your brand, bro, like the camo deal. Maybe it's super cold up there. I don't know, but it looks beautiful on you. Handsome. Excuse me. It looks very handsome on you.
Thank you. Yeah, what you were just saying actually about the live shows.
Yeah.
Something I did yesterday was I wrote down notes from yesterday and I just wrote down what you guys talked about.
Mm,
brand you, not the company or product you're promoting on the front end. And
mhm.
if you tell them what it is, you can guarantee they'll prejudge it.
Yeah,
And I just took that and, made it my own on TikTok. And like, you just watch some lives and you'll have new ideas every single day.
agree
So,
with that, bro. So yeah, I mean, obviously I'm asking you guys to go and kind of share that value just into our group as well. But yeah, it's so obvious that like every single day people like yourself come on and are offering your strategies, your secrets, whatever you want to call it, how you've applied our training in your business, in everybody. I just wonder what everybody's doing with this information. I mean, we don't want you to just consume it. We want you to put it into practice. And absolutely every day you have content that you can learn, do, and then repurpose and teach to other people. And I'm glad, it's interesting, Michael. You're a smart guy. You're a young guy. For you to pick up on that, to do that, you're an action taker. What has been your? Were you always like that from day one? Did you get in? I mean, what do you think? Because obviously, we're going to look at some stuff that you've done that's super creative. You started basically a goat page on TikTok, which I'm fascinated by, and you got your business off the ground with that. But talk to us a little bit about your backstory. You got started with drop shipping, and then you found affiliate marketing. What even attracted you to this online space, and how did you get into action taking mode, essentially failing forward? Where I see so many people over the past decade, Michael, they come in to take a course or start a business, and they don't take any action, and then they wonder why nothing's happened. Tell us a little bit about your backstory.
yeah, so it was late 2019 and I lived with a few of my buddies in college and I signed up for some, funnel. They were going to call me about drop shipping, some type of course. And I was pretty excited, like shiny object syndrome, basically. And they called me and they sold me on $1,000 course. And, I didn't really go through the course as much as I should have. And I probably could have done something with it with the live teaching and all that good stuff, but I didn't. And
Mhm.
that's what got me started with Goat House Outdoors. I thought I was going to build my own personal brand and drop ship it and become rich. And no one really told me the process it was going to take. And maybe that's my fault, but eventually I learned that these people that were teaching me, they were focused on Facebook advertisements only. And as a college kid, I didn't have money to test ads and all that good stuff. So kind of just went away from that because
Mhm.
ran out of money testing ads.
Yeah.
And then I did it on my own, Goat House Outdoors, my own brand on Instagram. I didn't really realize TikTok was a thing. Um, and then just went about it with my friends and family really and said, all right, I'm not dedicated enough for this. So then I gave up on that. It was just like a goat. I wonder if I don't have the logo, but it's a goat inside of a Minnesota logo. And
Mhm.
basically the mission statement was, goat or no, Minnesota is the goat state and pretty simple. Goat inside of a Minnesota logo.
Yeah.
And I didn't really believe in it. Eventually, I'm like, all right, this ain't gonna take off for me. I'm not an expert on drop shipping, and so then I gave up for a while with online business. And then somehow I found the 15-day challenge, and I was like, well, if I could build my own brand but promote someone else's product, I think that could work.
Mm.
Uh, And then I got on TikTok and started making hunting videos and promoting the 15-day challenge. And the way that I promoted it got a lot of traction. Like every post got a lot of traction, but the congruency between legendary marketer and the hunting industry isn't exactly there. And after a while, I realized that. And so then now I've adapted kind of into branding myself and not branding Goat House Outdoors. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now, is trying to brand myself instead of Goat House Outdoors.
Yeah, I got you. Interesting. So, Megan Hobbs says, "Oh gosh, this is exactly how we started." That's fascinating. I wonder what you're talking about, Megan. In terms of what specifically is how you got started, but so what was Ghost House Outdoors? I'm looking at the the TikTok page that's Goat House Outdoors. What were you drop shipping, or what was the brand on this? I'm just curious.
Okay, yeah. So
What was the product? What were you
right
selling?
now, right now, Goat House Outdoors is branded for me as a legendary affiliate.
I got you.
But before, I wasn't even using TikTok for
Mhm.
my personal brand.
I got you.
And so, yeah, right now, or Goat House Outdoors on TikTok is just kind of something that I've left alone for right
Yeah.
now.
What
But when
were
I'm
you selling though? That's what I was asking. What were you selling with House Outdoors when you were doing drop shipping, or what was the product you thought about selling when you started this brand?
it was mostly hats and
Okay.
sweatshirts.
I got it. So you were doing kind of print on demand stuff.
Yep.
I got you. I got you. And you had your logo and kind of your theme or whatever, and you were gonna just kind of try to start a print on demand drop shipping business.
Yeah, I had like Shopify and then Oberlo and print on demand setup, but
Yeah. I got you. So then you started this other TikTok page, and this is where it's your name. You're using your face. You're kind of the brand. You're talking about affiliate marketing. You're talking about mindset. You're talking about how to make money online and so forth. And you feel more congruent, and you feel like you're getting more momentum with this angle.
yeah, 100%. Goat House Outdoors, like I was getting for TikTok, I was getting the views on um, promoting Legendary, but the congruency just wasn't there. So it just wasn't adding up to a sale. And once I started this, it's more like my targeted audience. And
Yeah,
so now I'm actually getting some traction.
I got you.
And
Um,
I go live and I'm kind of building respect with some people that actually want to learn from me. And
mhm.
they're on today. I said, "Hey, you guys got to hop on live and support me." And they're like, "Oh my gosh." Like, yes. And that makes me feel good because it's like I must be doing something right and helping out the people that come on my lives.
What up, Michael's people? How y'all
Yeah.
doing? Hey, what? So just in case you're brand new to Legendary, okay, and this is your very first, Wake Up Legendary show or whatever, Michael happens to be an affiliate for us. Not everybody in our community is an affiliate for us, and we teach people how to just start affiliate marketing businesses practicing the core four business models of selling information, right? You can sell courses, coaching, events, or you can be an affiliate of somebody who sells information via those models. And we like information products because of some of the reasons that Michael just stated. In case you're wondering, business model, right? What about the business model? What about the business model makes sense? Why would you guys be interested in the business model? And it is important for you guys to understand the industry, the e-learning industry, right? And sort of how it was created. Most importantly, what's going on with it now, right? Because we can get into a history lesson later, but it's sort of this new mainstream terminology that's made the concept understandable for the masses. Work from home, distance learning, online classes, all this coronavirus stuff has actually helped our industry become more understandable to the masses. It started to become understandable when college started going and doing online classes. That was when, university, college, that is a worldwide. In Australia, they call it uni, Michael. Did you know that?
No.
Uni. Okay. Uni. I'm going to uni. All right. And they don't quite, I'm going to uni, mate. For all my Australian friends, they're like, don't ever do that again, Dave. So obviously when university, which is a worldwide understood, business, it really is a business. It's one of the most brilliant businesses ever. And when they begin to adapt online classes, virtual learning, stuff like that, then, the rest of the world sort of catches on. And then you got big companies like Udemy and Lynda and Masterclass and all these other companies. Even now, Google is starting to launch their own courses because they realize, well, we'd rather educate people ourselves than to have them go to college and then we have to have them unlearn a bunch of stuff. But this has opened up this massive opportunity for those of us who have already been cranking in the online education industry to have this entire world who now uses phrases in terminology like Zoom, right? We've been using Zoom for 5 years, Michael, but now all of a sudden everybody understands and knows what Zoom is. And all these pieces have created the perfect storm for us to be able to really sell information and have it be a mass adopted and understandable business model. And why is it so preferable to a marketer like me who maybe is starting like you, Michael, with a small advertising budget or something? And, it's like, I don't want my business to have to totally depend on Facebook ads. I don't. And the other thing is, if I'm paying for advertising and I'm shipping a product from China or something, right? I've already paid out for the advertising. And if it takes a long time for the product to get there, or if the product gets there and it's crappy and they want to send it back, then not only have I paid for the advertising, but I've also paid for the product. And now all of a sudden somebody says, oh, this is a piece of crap product or it never came, give me a refund. So now I'm out the advertising dollars. I'm also out the money for the product. And before you know it, I don't even have a high ticket opportunity to sell something. I can't sell them a high ticket shirt on the back end, right? So it's a low ticket business. I got to have millions of customers to be able to make millions of dollars. Whereas in the information world, if I'm providing a great solution, I can sell a course at a higher ticket price to somebody who really needs that solution. And guess what? I can instantly deliver it. So as soon as they pay for it, they can have access to it. Or if I'm doing a webinar coaching program, they can have access to it very quickly. And I can give them some assignments in between then. So for those of you who are just kind of trying to figure out what is so great about this? I may have even heard about affiliate marketing before this. Why are these guys freaking out over this? Because the opportunity right now has never been better. It's already a timeless business model, but it's never been better. Michael, when you saw affiliate marketing and you were like, okay, I'm going to give this whole online thing another try, I'm not going to give up on it. Did you see that?
Oh yeah. So I actually, going through the 15-day challenge, I got super motivated because I'm like, wow, this is gonna actually be something I can do without products or customers. Like before, like you were saying, you got to deal with the refunds, you got to deal with just so many little things. And
Customer support, right?
right. And when I forgot to mention this part about Goat House Outdoors. I was putting on like fishing lures from China. I was putting on just any little thing that I could find on AliExpress and putting it on my Shopify store. And that was just like the worst idea because I put it on the store for $6 and I was getting it for $4
Mm.
and just not a good idea. And then you think about the high ticket model and how did I never think of that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good question, but I didn't think of it either. I had to be shown it, right? So it's like it's just it's and the other thing is that there's thousands of people who see this every day. There's people who are on this live right now that see this and are not going to do anything with it. And that was kind of a question that I had asked you before that I was sort of alluding to, is that you started your journey with this, even your affiliate marketing journey. You sort of took your drop shipping goat house outdoors or whatever it was, and then you just started a TikTok channel, and you were like, okay, I'm just going to start with that. And it was like, maybe you didn't think that all the way through, or maybe you didn't really think about the target customer or whatever, that is people who are interested in hunting. And you really kind of understand these people probably better than I do, people who hunt and stuff like that. Maybe it's not particularly the target audience for an online course to start a business online or whatever, but that doesn't matter. See, that's what's cool and I respect about you is that you started and you adjusted as you went. So what after, I guess I have two questions, but I'll start with where where do you where do you get this personal responsibility? And I even heard it before when you were like, well, I bought a course, but I didn't really totally utilize it. So I can tell there's this element of personal responsibility with you, but you're also willing to take risk. You're willing to give things a try. You're willing to get started, even if it's not perfect. Do you recognize that in yourself? And what do you tell yourself in order to get started that way?
um yeah, I mean the personal responsibility of it is, first, I've failed like multiple times at online business, and I know I have the skills to make something like this work. And so yeah, I got one of the best ways to market is storytelling. And my story for when I got into this is I got laid off from a construction job that I enjoyed, but I didn't want to do it the rest of my life. And so I used that as kind of my story, market my brand myself. And that was in October. And so I got into this, and now it's something that I just have to make work. If it doesn't work, then what am I going to do? So that's where the personal responsibility comes into place. And what was the other part?
I didn't really have another part. I love the answer though. It's great. Do you think that, and I know you're a young man, and I'm just asking your opinion on this. Do you think that people with too much cushion or too much to fall back on oftentimes don't have enough back against the wall to be successful, to try hard enough? Like you just said, what else am I going to, like, I got to make this work. Like, I feel like sometimes people just approach it like a hobby, like, well, if it works, it works, right? And then what's coming up for you right now as I'm saying this and asking this question?
uh, that was me. Like October, I went through the course, and I was so motivated. And I actually just posted in my Facebook group October, November, December, January, February, and now we're here. And October, I was so motivated to get, on this show really. And then I kind of forgot about my small goals. and fell down a rabbit hole, focused on other things. And then, got to the point where if I don't make it work, when am I ever going to make something like this work? Because I want to be married. I want to have kids. Like this is the easiest time to make something like this work for me, probably ever. So yeah, a cushion. Yeah, you're exactly right, because I feel like I did have a cushion in November, December, and I wasn't trying as hard because of that. And I acted like it was more of a side hustle when really a side hustle is like not a thing. Like if you want to make something work, you got to act like it's your full-time job.
Right.
So
It's true. I mean, I show up here at my office every day like as a full-time job. I mean, this is my full-time job. I mean, I actually don't have any other businesses. I don't have any other, little side hustles that I do. I take my money and I invest it in various ways, in the back end and have it keep working for me. But this is my job. I mean, I don't feel, I don't actually, just to piggyback on what you said, I don't actually believe that having multiple things going on in my life is going to make me more money either. I believe that the more space that I create for me to focus on my one thing that I'm trying to build, the more successful I'll be. And that's proven right over 10 years in this industry. That's proven to be right. Whereas all the other people who are no different than I am, but they're just flip-flopping around. A lot of my friends, right? A lot of my friends, man, that just are my people, are just flip-flopping around as just starting in this, promoting this affiliate thing, promoting that MLM. Oh, now I'm going to get into cryptocurrency. Now I'm going to do Amazon. Like people who are my peers, like people that I've known in this industry for 10 years, they're flip-flopping around because their mentality is, oh, well, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm going to do multiple things and I got to never let a good opportunity pass me up. And I feel like I probably, I have this idea that if I really wanted to like learn how to trade cryptocurrency or learn day trading or something like that, I could probably make an extra, who knows how much each month, right? But would I really? Because in order for me to do that, my attention has to come off of what I'm doing here for Legendary. I have to stop working on courses. I have to stop, I have to stop focusing on this show. I have to maybe not stop, but it takes my attention away from ideas to grow this company, to grow our business here, to make it better for our customers. And I think that there's a lot of wisdom in what you said in terms of if I want to get the results like a business, I got to show up like it's my job. I got to treat my business like I'm an employee of my business and not act like, oh, I'm a business owner. The one thing that I disagree with Robert Kiyosaki with, and I know we promote his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, ask people to read it, but he talks about like, you got to be a business owner with this kind of concept that being a business owner means that you're not working in the business. You're only working on the business. You only just, right? Like everybody can be Warren Buffett. Like we can just buy businesses and have people. But my experience is real world practical experiences is that I got to show up and be the absolute best employee inside of my company. Nobody can outwork me. I have to be the best. I have to be the most focused. I have to be the most aware. I have to be the person who is the most serious. I have to be the most consistent, right? Now, why would that not apply if I was the only employee in my business? Of course it applies. And one of the questions that I often ask folks, you guys, is would you hire you? Would you pay you $500 a week to work in your business? Would you pay you $1,000 a week to work in your business? The overwhelming majority, if you're dead ass honest, is hell no, I wouldn't pay my sorry ass $500 to go around on Instagram and scroll TikTok all day doing research, right? Lying to myself like I'm doing something. I ain't doing anything. I'm scrolling around and I'm letting my fears paralyze me. And I'm making excuses. I go and I get on Facebook. Then before I know it, I'm in somebody else's funnel attending a webinar, learning about this new hot Amazon thing. That's not hot. We all know it's not hot. It's shit. And if you were going to be successful, you could be successful at anything. But how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So if we've failed at other things or we've struggled with other things, that's why I mentioned the personal responsibility. It's really about, okay, why is this time going to be different? And what sort of personal responsibility am I willing to take? And what I hear you saying, Michael, is some real wise ass shit, to be quite frank with you. You got a marriage coming down the pipeline. You got kids coming down the pipeline. And it's like, I know I got more time now than ever. So now it's game time. I need to get focused. Is that what I hear you saying?
Yeah. One of the things that I was going to say before is, with like the kind of like a rabbit hole, like you have your friends flip flopping around or whatever. That's one of the things that I say on my TikTok lives every single day is, if you guys are wanting to start your own online business, you're going to start one thing and you can have my full attention and help with that one thing. But if you try to do two things that are starting at average, they're just going to end up both average. But if you have one thing and you're focused on one thing, you can take small goals that lead to massive results. Mm-hmm. And I say that every single day. And that's what I've been trying to do for the past 2 months now, because before I was not focused on just one thing. I was trying to, I still fall down rabbit holes on YouTube sometimes, I got the next big idea, but then I just come back down to earth and I'm like, all right, focus on what works.
I was thinking about this, bro. I think this is a gold bar. I want everybody to lean in on this. Check this out. You know how there's all this content everywhere? Even we're producing content right now. I think our content, if you listen to our content and only our content for a year, it'll change your life forever, right? But that's my belief. I'm biased. And if you listen to our content along with tons of other content, it's not going to do shit for you. Here's why. Is because most people listen to so much shit from all these different podcasters and YouTubers, and you know what? They can't hear this anymore, and they can't hear this. You tune out your own ideas. You tune out your own creativity. And here's you son of a bitches, you have everything inside of you that you need. You don't need some asshole on some shitty ass podcast who's never built a business to be telling you what you need to do or some bullshit secret. And then you listen to some other asshole the next day and you think you need a podcast going in your ear 24/7, and you're never listening to you. You're never listening to your own ideas. You're never listening to you. And so for me, Michael, what I do is, bro, I sit in silence a lot, man. I sit in silence a lot and I just think. And you know what? I'm looking at screens so much anyways, working on updating our courses and writing new sales videos or whatever, right? I'm looking at the screen. So I go on long walks for an hour and with nothing, man. Nothing in my ears, just trying to just regain my own voice, my own ideas, my own creativity. And so here's what I'm saying to you guys, is that you don't need to be listening to podcasts and YouTube videos all day long, consuming different ideas from different people. It is the number one reason why I think people get overwhelmed, confused, and down rabbit holes. You need to protect your eyes and your ears, man, like they are the most sensitive thing in the world, because they are. And what you let come into your eyes and ears, you may think it's personal development. You may think it's, oh, I'm listening to business podcasts, but is all it's doing is sitting there confusing you. Somebody gives you a contradictory idea. Look, if you want to come here and you want to learn from Legendary, you want to learn from me, you want to learn from the people inside of our community, then let me tell you this. You ain't going to learn jack shit if you're also listening to 50 other people. You're not. You're not going to learn. You're not going to grow. You're not going to evolve. You're not going to get further in life. You're not going to grow your business because you're listening to all these other voices. So pick a voice, pick a guide, pick a mentor, pick somebody who you're going to listen to, and then listen to them. Right? We got to shut and Michael, I'm just ranting. This has nothing to do with what you said or you. It's just I thought of this today and I thought this has got to be said. And this has got to be announced. And this has got to be literally yelled from the rooftops that you guys have got to stop thinking that personal development or growing your business is listening to 15 different podcasts. It is not. We have too much information and it is hurting you, right? So we have to get focused, very specific, messaging and content. And one of the reasons why we've super zeroed in on the core 4 selling information, those core 4 business models, is because if you want to learn Amazon, go find somebody who teaches that. Don't even listen to us. Because even though you might grow from our content, even though you might be entertained, we're going to eventually, you're going to want to start an affiliate marketing business. And that's going to take you away from your Amazon business because we're going to sell you on this idea, right? Eventually, you're going to then be like, let me do affiliate marketing. I'll do that on the side for my Amazon business. So it's really about focus. And you ask, Dave, what are you doing 10 years later? I'm focusing on one business, one brand, one goal, one business, and then I take my money and I buy real estate or stock or whatever. And I'm not sitting around trading cryptocurrencies all day long because you know what? I made 20 grand from Bitcoin back in 2017. And it was the most stressful money I ever made, Michael, because I was sitting there on my piece of shit phone that I hate. I hate my phone. My phone is the biggest distraction. And the Apple always sucks me into buying another one. I just bought a 12 or whatever the hell we're on. Right. And I was sitting there on Coinbase refreshing. Oh, did Bitcoin go up $1? Right? Oh, it went up. It's like I sold that and I was like, I am not. So now I have somebody manage that for me. Now, maybe that's not right for you, but I'm just telling you what I do because I don't want to be distracted with all that crap, with all that anxiety from all these different things that I'm doing. Michael, I'm ranting like a son of a gun this morning.
You remember that one video that you had like a month ago? It was about, it's not about time in the market, but it's time in the market. That video is basically the time that I was able to literally focus on one thing. Something just spoke to me in that video. And ever since then, my business has taken off because before that video, I was trying to time the market. I kind of went away.
Yeah.
Wait, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I was not focused on just one thing, I was doing like 3 things. And that's why
GameStop, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, right? All this shit, right? It's so seductive, isn't it, man? It's like I can make a quick buck.
That's when I was like, I gotta just put my time in the market for high ticket affiliate marketing.
My dude.
And not just try to bounce off of one thing, go to the next. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy what consistency does.
It is, man. It is. And it took me so long to learn that, bro. It really did. Like, I swear to God, if it wasn't for my wife, so I hope you find a great partner in life, man, because like I was the biggest distractible asshole that ever walked this planet. And my wife was just like, I mean, I thought, I was distracted. I didn't think I wanted to marry my wife. And she's the best thing that ever happened to me. What an idiot. This is how distracted, I was. I thought, well, maybe I want to be single for a little bit longer, right? This was many years ago. And she's like, Dave, you're going to be sitting on the same couch having the same conversation with another girl if you don't get your shit straight, and realize how settling in, focusing, and being consistent can grow. And so now my wife and I have this fiery, intimate, passionate relationship. We're best friends. We work around each other every day. And it's like, golly, I never knew if I didn't just settle into that. Same thing with businesses. My worst years have been when I was just all over the place. When I didn't know what I wanted to do, when I didn't really I feel like it's an element of surrender too, Michael. Like in us, machos, we think that surrender is a bad thing, right? But I learned about addiction, dude, that surrender was kind of what I needed to do. You know what I mean? So that's how I beat my drug addiction, was kind of surrendering. Like, I can't beat this, dude. Like, I need to surrender, get some help. I need to really kind of focus on a long-term plan. Same thing with business. It's like kind of like surrendering, just breathing and just realizing, okay, I'm the tortoise, not the hare here, man. And if I do that, I get to look back in a year and see how far I've come. But it's hard it's hard to be patient. You know what I mean? It's hard to be patient. It's hard to trust that consistency. It's kind of like, also, you don't see your own growth, Michael. Like, you ever seen somebody you didn't see, like a kid in a couple of years, and they just shot up? Maybe it was a cousin or something or whatever. And you're like, damn, you grew, right? What happened? People probably did that with you too. But that kid never felt he was growing. He didn't feel his own growth. He didn't see his own growth. But then when you look at him a year later and he's like got, a beard and he's shot up 12 inches, you're like, damn, cuz, what happened? Right? So the same thing happens with us in our business. It's like, we can't feel or see our own growth usually until some time. And then we really look at a picture, how you look at a picture of yourself before you had the stubble, the beard, and, you were a man, right? You looked at yourself as a boy. When you were 12, 13, you can, wow, dude, I've really grown up, but we don't notice that in ourselves and in our business. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say more so other people don't notice it. Maybe in a year from now they'll notice it, but I feel like most people think it's just like impossible, so they don't see any growth until you're like maybe flashing money or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's hard to see growth. But if you just make small goals and try to reach those small goals each week and stay consistent, you'll be just fine.
Yeah. So some of you guys were trying to find Michael on TikTok. There's his handle. Okay. You guys can go follow him. Lift this guy up, man. Go follow this guy, support this guy. I say this all the time, when we see other marketers that we know from the community, let's comment on their stuff. Let's like their stuff. Let's lift them up. That's one of the best ways that you can support somebody's business, right? If you see them out there creating content, leave them a powerful comment. Act like you're an audience member, just somebody who's come across their stuff. Leave them a powerful comment. That's one of the best ways that we can support each other's businesses, is by going out there and supporting our content. That's kind of like our business. It's sort of like if you and me were boys locally, Michael, and you had a coffee shop or a restaurant, I'd come and buy a burger, man. Let's go over to Michael's, grab a burger. I'm supporting your business. Same thing on the internet. When we leave each other comments, when we like each other's stuff, that's how we show support. And the reason why I tell all of you guys who are listening, go lift these people up, go comment on their stuff, go do all that, is because when you put that out into the world, that automatically comes back to you. And as we learned yesterday from David Dill, who's on blowing up Twitter, right? One of the best ways that he gets his content, his channels exploded is by sharing and retweeting with quotes, right? Adding a caption, other big influencers' content, and then they then retweet that back to their audience, and he gets tons of followers. So, I mean, and I practice what I preach. Like one of the reasons why I don't do this show alone every day is because, by me doing this, I'm also helping and lifting up people as well, giving them a platform, exposing them to our community, which over time, this video will be seen by thousands, tens of thousands of people listen on podcasts, YouTube, stuff like that. So go follow Michael, go lift him up, go comment on his stuff. You heard his mission. You see how hard he's working. Let's help the man get to where he wants to go so he can have, some time to, get married and have some kids when that time comes, and he's not still, busting his ass trying to, get his business off the ground.
I want to go bow hunting, man.
Huh?
I want to go bow hunting.
There you go, man. Where do you live? What did you say, Minnesota?
Yeah, Duluth, Minnesota.
Bow hunting. What do you go bow hunting for?
Deer.
All right. I've never hunted a deer, dude. I've never even gone hunting, just fishing. I'm a Florida boy. We don't really have a whole lot of that stuff down there. So I'll have to come up and go, there he is. That was one of yours. You obviously you're going to hold up one that you hunted, right?
Yeah. That was this year.
Nice. Wow. So 2021?
2020 rifle season.
I got you.
Not the biggest buck, but it'll do. Meat in the freezer.
Atta boy. Meat in the freezer, he says. My man. All right, dude. Well, I got a jet. We're going to let these folks go. I know you got stuff to do as well, my friend. We got your TikTok up there. Go follow the man. Michael, I hope you'll come back. Keep us posted, brother, and do a round 2 with us in the near future.
Thank you very much.
All right. See you, Michael. All right, my friends. There it is. Whoop, there it is. It is yet another. And as I said at the beginning of the show, don't take these for granted. I mean, just because it's free information, free value that we're dropping today, understand there's so many different ways in which you can utilize this. You can obviously learn. You can repurpose the content. Hey, I got this idea. Now you got content for the day. And also, if you guys would go and share, in our groups, make a commitment every day in our groups. And it's not for me. I don't care. It's not like you need to pat me on the back. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is I'm looking to let other people know in our community that no matter what, we have something for you. We have something for you. We have a way to deliver value. We have a way to support you. We have a way to lift you up. We have a way to continue to guide you every day. Surely our blueprints are, without a doubt, hands down, if you can invest in yourself and get into our blueprints, do it. Do it. It'll be one of the best investments you ever make. And it's not just because of what you'll get immediately. I'm about to add a completely new update to our affiliate marketing business blueprint. You'll get ongoing education that lasts a lifetime, right? A lifetime. Okay. Because we continue to pour into our blueprint students. But there's value here for you no matter what, each and every day. And I even tell our blueprint students, get on our Wake Up Legendary shows every day. There's too much value here in these conversations, both from what I'm dropping every day, what Matt drops, what Michael drops, David Dill yesterday, all these people. Man, I don't know how much more to stress it. So thank you guys for being on. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time for Wake Up Legendary. Get the hell out of here and go be legendary, for God's sake.